11 here on playing Minecraft for every day of July. You might be noticing something. I'm actually wearing my wings, and with the purple, might be able to tell it's enchanted. So after we got done playing with Jay yesterday, I was like, there's a lot more I want to keep doing. I'm being honest, it's just a lot of fun to just play in this world. So I just kind of kept going, and we did a little bit of tasks. So let's recap. I built a villager breeder, and a farm. With that, I got a mending villager and an unbreaking tree villager. We have a cartographer that did not give me the trial explorer map, so I'm gonna have to keep re-rolling for that. I went mining, and I did that on camera. Here it is. Here's a bunch of recaps. And I got ancient debris. Well, netherite scrap specifically. So we're still a little shy of where I want to be for netherite. I do want like all of our tools, and I think that's like 40 pieces. So that's good, but it's not where I want it to be. We got some more work to do for netherite, but I'll do that later. Let's start with the armor just so I can get this achievement. Netherite, leggings, boots. Ba, 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 ba. Awesome. Is there another like pickaxe I want to add in to make like a better fortune? I guess so. I could add this. It also needs a name. This can be. As I itch my nose, I'll call this one Itchy Palm. How about that? The fortune one. That gets upgraded to netherite. Nice. Swing that thing. Netherite. Oh, that's another thing I did. After I did my thing with Jay, I was like, I need to get looting 3. So I upgraded my sword to looting 3. I named it accidentally with a slash in there, and that was not intentional, and now that's just the name of my sword. But I think it's kind of like the direction I'm swinging the thing. So there you go, swing that thing. Yeah, I went and killed a bunch more wither skeletons so I could get the skulls. So my goal for today is to kill the wither. That wouldn't be a bad call to have like strength or something. Alright. It's nether wart, blaze powder, glowstone. You know, as these bottles were, I can tell you a bottle story of my own. Folks, I've opened my fridge to a crime scene today. Yeah, so as I opened up my fridge, what do I see except just this like pink stain exploded all over the fridge? What in the world is this? Like, did something drip onto it? Like, I had leftover Chipotle in there? I have what my girlfriend describes as a boy fridge, alright? Which is just, it's exclusively fun drinks and a couple leftovers. And
Hi.
it's effective, it's not a little sad.
Thanks for the
There's
like.
no, like, fruit or anything in there. But I digress. There was food all over this now because the thing that exploded in the back of the fridge was this icy can of Spindrift. I could send in pictures to Noobster to put up. Because literally it exploded from this one pink Spindrift can, the strawberry Spindrift can, and just like pink slime everywhere. It looked like a Danganronpa like death scene. It was horrible. And yeah, that's what I was greeted to today, so I had to clean out my fridge. It had gotten too cold and overexpanded, I guess.
Thanks for the second like, whoever that was.
So very, very funny thing to open up my fridge to today. But it's clean now, so that's good. It's probably cleaner than it was before. It inspired me to do a little bit more cleaning. But that was pretty tough. That was pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. So that's how my day started. I'm in a pretty good mood today. My mom actually texted me today, and she was watching the episode where I talked about our Christmas and birthday memories and like how she used to put up the tree. She said, I love when you talk about that. And I was like, that makes me very happy. My mom rocks. I'm very, very lucky for both of my parents, honestly. It's been great seeing the reactions to the series. My roommate was telling me that he was watching it. He's on like episode 4 now. So as far as like
back when these were first coming out, it was about episode 7 that I joined in.
I'm gonna fight this wither underground, as I'm thinking. I want to go down into the deep slate area and fight it, because then at least it's lower blast resistance to fight. Or higher blast resistance, I should say. The blocks aren't gonna explode as much, so it should be a little safer. The Minecraft book says they were supposed to fight it in the nether. Those people have never fought the wither in the nether. That's what I say. This seems like a fine spot to kill the wither, because I don't even know how to get to the deep slate from here. Alright, about as set as I'm gonna be. I can maybe eat like a golden apple if I want to. Let's chug this up. Let's get ready, folks. 1, 2, 3. Withering Heights. Let's It's about to be the withering frights when I'm done. Hey, welcome to make yourself an acquaintance. Ow, ow. Okay. Golden apple. Already got halfway. Oh, this is easy. I'm cooking it. Oh, he's not cooking, I'm cooking.
That was quick.
Baby. What skips in the I look like Clown Pierce in that one Brandy thumbnail. This is the deadliest Minecraft player on the server. Love Brandy. Thank you, Brandy. Brandy and his wife came out to 4th of July. That was very nice of them.
Francis Mary? Who forgot that?
Late last night. I think I left at like 3 a.m. I was recording. And I left, and I was like, this is about as close as I can get to like how I used to spend my summers as a kid.
I stayed up way later than I meant to last night.
The excitement of leaving school, usually midday because of like midterms or something, or we just had a half day when I was in grade or middle school, and I would leave and I would just go home and play Minecraft and just like.
I don't think I've ever had a half day of school.
Projects I got to do. So.
Even on the last day of school, I mean, you can leave early on the last day of school. I don't. I ain't got no reason to.
All the comments that I see of people saying that they're playing along with us and stuff, like that means a lot. Thank you for that. Like, I really appreciate reading those. I hope more of you keep playing too. I'm having a lot of fun. This game clearly has a fun survival element. It's easy to forget that, especially when like people are doing things that seem unattainable in a lot of Let's Plays. Like, believe me, this is not unattainable. I think a lot of you are better players than me, and you'd be able to do this even faster.
I don't think I'm a better player than you.
And the fun isn't unattainable too. So, there you go. I want to start finding a sniffer. Need a couple brushes. There you go. Let's go find a sniffer of sorts. Ooh, shipwreck. Alright, anything. Probably best just break that. I don't have a door or anything. Is there a door here? No. Oh, bamboo. Yeah, I'm gonna need some of that later. That's good to have. There's our door. There's the buried treasure map. I hope it's not one of those dumb ones where it just doesn't work. I always hate those. Why am I not grabbing my bamboo? I swear I traded that out. Thanks. And there we go. Alright, we gotta go north for this. This is a good way to start searching, I suppose. There's been buried treasure on my land this whole time? Chunk 99. There's been buried treasure right next to our house. Look at this. Let's break that. It's simplest. Cool. Well, like I can keep this map as a little memento to cemento what we've done here. Here we go. And there. Alrighty, now I actually get to go fly. So I've been loving playing Minecraft in July, but I'll tell you what I'm not loving is there's been quite a few mosquitoes where I live lately, and I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. One of the main reasons I like to live in the desert is because the desert doesn't have a lot of bugs. It's usually one of the main benefits to it is that, like, hey, you're gonna live here and you're not gonna have to worry about bugs because the dry heat just like kills them off and they need standing water and stuff. But for some reason, like the last few years here in Nevada, every time that I check the news, it's like, oh, well, this year there's going to be more bugs. And then this year, it's like, oh, this year there's even more bugs than last year. It's like, what is going on? Figure it out. Get rid of them. I'm sick of the bugs. Armadillos. Hey, we can get the armadillo skew. Look at that. Isn't it skewed? Sure is. I should probably go through a couple more of these just so I can get dog armor for Reddy and Buckeye. Alright. Let's go through one more. There you go. Is there any other achievements with armadillos? I think it's just, isn't it skewed, and then it's all the dog ones. I could breed them, but I don't have the stuff. So we'll just remember that you can go this way to get armadillos. A floating village. It's like Pacific Log Town, if I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, then it's not like that place. It's like the place that I meant. I pronounced it right. You're thinking of a different one. So, I had my war with mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes. And because we're having mosquitoes lately outside, and they seem to like the pool that I have outside, I was like, I gotta solve this. There's gotta be a better way. It was like in the beginning of a before and after commercial. I had my hands on my hips and said, there's gotta be a better way. And my girlfriend tells me about citronella candles, which are these candles that for some reason mosquitoes just like hate the smell of. And we put out a few of those, and it worked. There was a very strong pine smell in our backyard, but like for the most part, no mosquitoes, right? There must have been one, because I looked down at my foot and I'm like, what in the world is like catching on my, I wear flip-flops all the time. Anyone who knows me always sees me wearing flip-flops. Any time of year, it's just, I'm my dad's son, I'm very much into flip-flops. But with that, they had somehow found a weak point in my armor and sussed out that they could go and stab me on the top of my foot. I've never had a bug bite right underneath where the flip-flop covers up. And now I do, and it is deeply uncomfortable. I guess the solution could have been not wearing flip-flops, but like, I don't get that in most other points of my life. I'm not supposed to be wearing flip-flops. The poolside, that seems like fair territory. I think I should get a mulligan on that one. Like that's where I'm allowed to wear flip-flops. There's a story of when I was not allowed to wear flip-flops. This is a little bit of genius engineering on my part. So the Vegas Strip has a bunch of really fancy hotels and really fancy dinners. My girlfriend's sister was like, oh, come join me for dinner. Like the three of us go get a really fancy dinner. I was like, that sounds great. So we go down there. I'm dressed up. I'm not dressed to the level that they're dressed at. I still don't really know how to dress. I'm a basketball shorts and t-shirts kind of guy usually. Usually I dress up more by having sleeves on the shirts that I'm wearing around my house. So I'm not a fancy dresser by any means. So we go to this nice restaurant and I am wearing, you know, a nicer outfit, but like still my flip-flops, my iconic flip-flops. And this place is strictly closed-toed shoes only. And I go, oops. Well, I don't have anything in my car. We have the reservation. What are we gonna do? So they have a bunch of shops inside of the casino, so I start walking around. And I'm like, you know, maybe I'll get like a nice pair of shoes. Like this isn't stuff that I would wear ever. Again, basketball shorts and flip-flops. Nicer stuff that I get is from like Target. But I'm looking around in these places, and we go and we're like, okay, that looks like a shoe that I would actually wear. It's just like a basic shoe. We step inside. The person gives me some try-on socks to try on the shoe. I try it on. I'm not seeing prices listed anywhere. I'm trying on the shoe. It's not very comfortable. It's kind of like a boat shoe. I'm like, maybe I'll listen to Yacht Rock in this, but that's about most of them getting out of it. There's our war motion. And while I'm doing that, sampling on the shoe, I just go like, you know, it's not like a great fit, but like, how much does it cost? And he says, oh yeah, that shoe, that's $700. And as soon as they said that, I was just like, yeah, okay. Thank you. I start taking it off. I'm not gonna wear this shoe. There's no chance of spending $700 on a shoe that I don't even like, right? Like, if it was the best shoe on earth, if I was putting on a cloud that kissed my feet, I wouldn't pay $700 for it. But I put on this shoe. I'll take the pufferfish. Look, I take off the shoe. Say thank you. We walk out of the store. Our reservation's in like a few minutes. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I notice that I'm still wearing the try-on socks, and the try-on socks are black. And I go, my flip-flops are also black. I then do my weirdest move of wearing socks and sandals with my flip-flops. And just go about it that way. Wear that into the restaurant. I'm like kind of sandwiched between my girlfriend and her sister, just so like it's not super obvious that they're looking at my feet. Like it's dark in there, and I'm like, okay, sure. Regardless, we go into the restaurant and like we're waiting for like an abnormally long amount of time for our table, especially with having a reservation. So it's like, oh, are they gonna get mad at us? Do they like see my feet? No. We go in and we eat at the restaurant, and it worked just fine. And I was so proud of my my ingenuity. I'm sure like they did notice. They were just like, no, I don't care. Wear whatever shoes you want, weirdo. But in my head, I pulled one over on them and got away scot-free, and that felt awesome. So yeah, that's my dressing nice story, or lack thereof. Okay, I need the pottery shirt, so this is good. Hey, respecting the remnants. Well, I got the sniffer pottery shirt at least. That's kind of good. The snort pottery shirt. When I told Noobster I was planning to do on this episode, Noobster asked why I particularly like sniffers so much, and I don't know if there's like a great story for it, but like, or much of a story at all. But really, it just comes down to the fact that like, I would get asked, "Oh, what's your favorite Minecraft mob?" And I didn't really have a good answer. I think like prior to 1.20, I would have said something like the axolotl or whatever. A mob that's very cute, but like, you know, nothing super notable to it. Like I liked actually the green axolotl best, and didn't add that one. But then here comes this mob that is based off of dinosaurs that I love. It's red, which I love, and it's just like animated so adorably, and I was like, all right, that's a good answer. So I think it was like some kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy. Where like as soon as I started saying that the sniffer was my favorite mob, I just found more and more ways to love it. My girlfriend and I both like them too, because they're just cute, and I think the sniffer is a great, adorable mob. Okay. I can get something with the pottery shirts, right? There's a crafting for it. Careful restoration. I mean, I wasn't that careful. I broke all the other stuff that I didn't want, but it is, I was super respectful. It'd be like if I was given surgery and I was like, well, I treated their lower intestine fantastic, but like the rest of it is basically indistinguishable from Lunchables meat now. Sorry.
Oh, and just show them lunch.
Yeah, baby.
Lunchable meat?
Smells interesting, sure does. I do want to see if I can get another one though, because I'm gonna have to breed them for 2x2. So any advance that I can make is great. Is that? No, that's coal. I don't know why that throws me off. It seems like two very different things. I would never mistake that on the surface, but down here in the water, it's been too long. It's kind of like when you start looking at yeah, baby! Forget that sentence, there's another sniffer egg. It's kind of like they start seeing manatees as mermaids. That's me. I'm seeing coal as sniffers. Oh, well, there's one armadillo. Is there another one that I can breed with? Here we go. Follow me. Alright. Teeny armadillo. Ah, it's a baby soccer ball. And,
Baby soccer ball?
right,
What?
that's right for 2x2.
This is wild.
Look at it. It really puts in perspective how much we've torched up. You know, I feel like I'm overdoing it when I'm above, but looking down at it, it's actually quite nice. It's like looking down at any of those aerial views of a city at night. That's how I feel right now. We keep our pot. This is a nice little reminder. There we go. Ah, now we got a sniffer that like does the DreamWorks logo over my bed. Look, it's fishing me up. That's cute. Let's make wolf armor. Oh yeah. All right. So Buckeye, you get armor, and Rennie, you get armor. Stumbo, you deserve a different collar. Let me give you that. There you go. All right. That's all. Them all scooted up. Oh, I can shear it off and get that achievement. Sheer brilliance, baby. All right. Let's dye those for you, boys. Already, it's obvious. And Buckeye, you're going to get orange armor. And orange collar to boot. Oh, that looks awesome. It blends so well with the colors. That's really cool. It's a pretty good place to call it a day. Oh, actually, what am I even talking about? We got ourselves the beacon. We can't just pull that out and then just not do anything with it. There we go. That's a beacon. Da, 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 da. Nice. I'll take speed. Here, watch it. Oh, yeah! Wait, I didn't place the sniffer. Hold on. I actually kind of like using the warped Nylium because it looks like a sniffer. Let's make a sniffer pen. It's kind of like a little like meteor struck, and then we get sniffers here. And I could use this for the kind of fence on top. Doesn't look, I mean, all bad. It may look half bad, but you know. Alrighty, there's one, there's two. I still don't know if I need moss for them. So out of simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna see if I can find an azalea tree. Pyramid. Yeah, armor trims. Diamond horse armor, I'm not gonna complain about that. More armor trims, because that's really lucky. That is an azalea tree. So is that. I'm gonna go to this one, it's lower. Okay, that was not standing in between both blocks. Whoa.
Is it like a flooded lush cave?
That's the moss? What? This is the weirdest lush cave I've ever found.
No, it's not flooded, it's about to be flooded.
Cool. I'll take the moss. Take the diamonds. I mean, I'm not gonna stare at this and deny it.
Mind you, with the silk touch.
Oh, they do start hatching already. Well, don't worry, folks. You're gonna get a couple of moss to help you out too. Will it not replace the block later on with moss? I'm too scared to break it underneath because I don't know how that works. So we're just gonna leave it and just say that they're already happy. And they must like moss because it helps them hatch, but it doesn't replace in this case. That's fine. It looks better. Ta-da! Now we have moss. Now we have this. Thank you. Take these back into my inventory. Put that back in the ender chest and call that a lid on episode 11, folks. This is where we're at with the image. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
That was day 11. Have a day.